And welcome into the Lifetime Athletics Center. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart, year 3 of the Utah Top 50. Our first matchup tonight will be the Rockford Lightning taking on the Fort Wayne Fury. And if I say Rockford Peaches, just go ahead and forgive me.
Yeah, we're all members of the All-American League, right?
Yeah. Come from cities near and far.
Of course,
No Canadians. Not
you
allowed.
should not overlook that we do have the Idaho Stampede in the Utah Top 50 this year.
And we will get to that later.
That was a big deal. That was a big deal.
If this is your first year watching this, all the names are former CBA teams. And so there's some fun ones.
Yeah.
I don't want to give any away, but
just so you know,
will.
growing up in the Gem State, that was a big deal when the Stampede came. And then they went.
Like everyone else. Well, I thought we were Vince Francis
Had some
giving
peanut gallery.
those of you who
comment
watch
over
our
there.
broadcast, yes, we normally are a little more professional than we are here. This is a fall league. We're going to have a lot of fun. Let's go through some names that we're seeing on the floor, because I believe Fort Wayne is the white team. And we'll get through some names. So 45 is Zach Fisher out of Davis High School. 72 is Malachi Spencer from Weber.
Isaiah Reiser, a young man that we saw at Copper Hills this last year.
74, another tall one. That's George McConkey. We know George can play it pretty well. And got no one hasn't quite turned to us yet.
Of course, there's also Brody Kozlowski on the roster, number 71. I don't know if I see him tonight.
I think we'll see Brody at the Delta Center.
Okay.
Are
you talking like
Simon
in
Sua.
4 years we see Brody at the Delta Center? Or
I don't
see,
go that
see what
far.
I did
I see what you did
there?
there. I only do that after dunk contests.
I tried that in football once. That didn't go over very well, so we've pulled that back a little bit.
Let's see. Then here's your guy, Jagger Frankham.
Yes.
In the circle for the Rockford Lightning. They're ready to jump it up. And Frankham does control the opening tip as Aaron Castanedo, a young man out of Provo, gives that one up. 3 on the way off the mark. As we get our unofficial clock going. This is a continuously running clock throughout the half. 2 20-minute halves. That ball goes out of bounds. And the ball will go the other way to the Fort Wayne Fury.
Of course, great clock rules here you'll see in the top 50, different than what we're used to in the high school scene. Try to get the action up and down the floor, as little stoppage as possible. So something to keep an eye on. Just a little bit of a different flow we see in the top 50 this year. Every year.
We'll get our clock fixed here in a minute as we're malfunctioning. There will be a stoppage. And maybe you just mentioned this at about the 10-minute mark. We'll have a quick stop, but our clock is malfunctioning. So I'll let you know. We're 19 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half. Fisher terminates, still hanging on, sends that one out.
Had such a good year last year, Zach Fisher did. Looked like he's grown a little bit. Looks a little bit bigger.
Reiser terminates, gives that one up. Baseline J, not there for Malachi Spencer. Board and putback for Simon Sua.
A young man had good playing time last year for Coach Carlisle at Westlake, but that's all about Zach Fisher helping to keep that alive and Sua able to clean up. And how about Aaron Castagnetto? Dusty, you talked about him a little bit earlier, Provo. Young man, that's been a popular name at Provo the last couple of years, but Aaron showing a little bit of range.
Aaron Castagnetto saw his older brother, played really well. It's Simon Sua now with 4 points. So 4-3 Fury as we'll get the scoreboard updated. Pulled it down just because didn't want to have something inaccurate on the screen the whole time. As Frankham sends that ball in the corner. 3 on the way from Reese is good. Soren Reese out of Highland High School.
Yeah, how about a class of 26? That's just a sophomore. Isn't that crazy?
Class of 26, yeah. That'd be something. As Frankham picks up the loose ball on the run. Hunter Jackson terminates down low, sends it out, inside out for 3, and McConkey knocks that one down.
How about the range we're seeing here early on? A fury of 3-pointers.
Oh, pardon me, that was Soren Reese. They had a Fury. Nice.
Oh.
That was Soren Reese.
Well, they're lightning from beyond the arc. We had to pivot that one, yeah.
They're 1.21 gigawatts of energy to get started here as Fisher knocks down the long-range shot. It's now 9-7 in favor of the Fury.
Of course, as you all know, we have that just littered all over the regular grocery stores these days in the future.
You'll go to your local hardware store and get plutonium.
That's next level reference right there.
If you don't know the reference, well,
Oh, you need to go back.
Let us know and we'll come save you.
Yeah, yeah. Hunter Skank on this Lightning team as well. We haven't seen him here tonight, but boy, he was a young man that had a big year last year.
Yeah.
Top 50.
Don't the Hunter's here tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say I hadn't seen him.
Ball down low, gets knocked away. Quickly on the other, going down the other way with the Lightning.
Yeah, this is Hunter Jackson, young man having a big summer. Expect big things from the upcoming junior at Woods Cross.
Nice take and finish from Aaron Castagneto. We'll have 3 new players coming in here momentarily for the Lightning. Fall away, crawls home for Fisher.
Doesn't Fisher look bigger to you?
He looks much bigger than last year.
Yeah.
And say usually Davis hasn't had some big guys. And Fisher's
Right.
got some size to him. As that ball popped away, nice hands with the steal.
It's Brogan Miles there, Golden Eagle.
Out of Maple Mountain. Sends that one out for 3. And Suo can't find the bottom of the bucket. And now we'll have the timeout. Oh, traveling violation.
No, I think we had timeout.
Oh, okay. Timeout. It is a timeout. 15:44
It was for
left.
substitution.
Oh, okay. Our officials is giving out all kinds of hand signals here, and almost said a legal procedure or legal formation. We are in the middle of football season after all.
No, it could have been a personal foul.
I know that hand signal. We're good. So checking in for the first time. We got a couple guys coming in for Lightning. And here it is, Zeke Wilson. Zeke drops that ball inside to Jagger Frankham. Jagger goes to work, hangs on a pivot, blocked away.
Well, how about McConkey? I thought he got in the air, was going to be out of position, but does a great job using that length to stick with it.
Fisher got around Wilson, can't get it to go on the rebound.
Yeah.
Fisher was out of bounds. I think in this game at least, Zeke has the furthest drive coming from Wellington, Utah.
There it is.
He's the only one that I know off the top of my head. I know his middle name. It's the coolest middle name ever, Slider.
That's not bad.
His dad was a pretty good pitcher back in the day. At least he thought so. As that 3 is good from the corner. Carson Smith.
Of course, with a name like that, you better be pretty good at volleyball. No? Yeah?
Yeah? I don't know if he's good at volleyball. I have no idea.
You get that reference?
Slider?
Yeah. Top Gun.
Oh, what am I doing?
Top
Yes.
Gun.
Yeah.
All right.
He does smell better than Slider. Now, if his uncle smells better than Slider, I can't confirm that. Actually, I could. His uncle and my oldest friends, Kyle Wilson, come at the other way. That won't go. Will be a foul. 2 free throws coming to Colton Blackham. And this is a test to see that Uncle Kyle is watching the stream as he promised he would.
We're waiting for that affirming text.
I am.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a delay. So Colton Blackham out of West Jordan misses the 1 for 2. I believe we're doing 1 for 2 again this year. I actually didn't confirm that.
Nice tap out there by Reese. One thing about Highland, man, they got size.
They do have size, and they got a very good coach. As that shot won't fall, and Wilson with the rebound. Not a boy, Zeke.
They also have one of the best players in the state, youngster in Drisdom. Isaiah Drisdom was a freshman last year. Young man's had a really good summer.
Nice pump fake and take and finish there
Reese.
by Colton Blackham.
Oh,
Wasn't it?
I thought it was 38.
38-36 is going to get me here. Soren Reese again. Soren had a great start. Baseline with George McConkey. George gets around Frankham and goes and finishes it. 13:20 left. It is 16-13 in favor of the Fury. Wilson sends that one in the corner. Drop it back into Frankham. Sends out.
How about
This
that
is
D?
Comey.
Fisher staying right in front there between the man and the basket.
Zeke Wilson. Oh, just off on the 3. It looked like it was on line. And quickly the other way. We are running the shot clock. There's only, well, maybe not. There's no, the shot reset, not running.
I think it's only up on one end, so.
Yeah. Come back the other way, and Soren Reese having an outstanding first half. Look at the point totals for you at the break. Baseline jumper is good. It's a beautiful take. Shook him out of his shoes, and it was
Sua.
Simon Sua.
Yeah.
Coach Carlisle or Westlake.
He's going to have to carry some of the load this year for Westlake, a team that's been very good defensively. Last year, needs some offensive pieces. I think Sua can certainly provide that here this year.
Nice give and go between Frankham and Reese. And the score now 20-15. Nice job. We'll take by Fisher. No call. Rebound. And here comes on the run Colton Blackham. Oh, leaves it up and could not quite get to that one. Comey Okwor. And back the other way, and Fisher gets the 2 that he thought he'd lost. 20-17, 11:25 on a rolling clock. And Comey had that one poked away, and will stay here. That goes off the foot of Malachi Spencer. So Jagger Frankham will come off the floor along with Reese.
Carson Smith, first time we've mentioned his name. Of course, he's got a new coach at Bountiful. Carson does.
Come back the other way. Just for a second, I might kick off the rim there on Brogan Miles. Absolutely right. Coach Mike Maxwell, the winningest coach in state history, retired. Well, yes, retired. And then Gus Sopena. Our guy Gus. Firing for 3, and it's there.
We're going to have a lot of fun with Gus this year. How about Black and West Jordan? He's showing out well here in this first half.
Former Rewind broadcaster Gus Sopena.
Yes.
Did the first round of the state tournament together. That shot didn't go. The Philly connection. Talk about LaForno's. He's from Broomall, Pennsylvania. The former home of Andy Reid.
I think Gus reached out to me first, and then Dusty found out he was from Philly, and a long-term bond was created. And
what happened was I tweeted about the WWE. That's how
it was. That it
was. Nice take. Can't get that to go. We'll have a foul on the shot. I think this is going to go against McConkey. Yeah. I was listening to a podcast. They said, well, they should. Can't believe the WWE hasn't used the name narcissist. And I was like, well, I tweeted, they did use narcissist. Lex Luger was the narcissist. And God's like, wait, you're a WWE guy? But
Gus is awesome. He's been a longtime friend, and we certainly appreciate his support and excited for his opportunity.
Certainly. Had a couple jobs he was going after, and I think Bountiful got their guy. Clark Stringfellow does a good job of hiring, and if you want to be part of Bountiful High School, you can be part of one of the great traditions in the state.
Yeah.
And it's going to be his opportunity there. Inside of 10 minutes left, 9:25 on the running clock as Reiser sends that one out. 3 on the way. High arcing shot won't fall. Able to track that down is Brogan Miles. Corner 3 for Fisher, short. And hey, how about that? Show some athleticism there from Okwor.
Yeah, I really like, I know this is a little bit different. It's not, your traditional teams, but still a team sport. But I love the hustle that we've seen on the glass from the Lightning here in this first half.
No, absolutely. Get back the other way. Reiser +1.
Well, the new Region 2, former Region 3 is all too familiar with that kind of play, huh?
Yeah. He had a great year last year.
Yes, he did.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
I mean, you got risers all over the place.
Yeah.
His cousins, state champions at Alta. And another riser that's still at Bingham, I believe, or Mountain Ridge.
No.
There's a riser on the football team at Mountain
There's
Ridge.
2 at Alta.
Yeah, and the other, but I'm saying football player at Mountain Ridge, riser. That 3 is long in the corner. McConkey can't get the board to stay down on the putback. And Reiser will reset the offense. Good D, sends that one out. 3 on the way, short. Board was loose, and then Fisher going to be fouled on the rebound. And nobody fouls out here, so the foul will be charged to Comey Okwor.
That's my kind of game right there, right?
Yeah. It is structured basketball with a little bit of the rock and jock stuff. Hey, we're not going to foul you out. Going to go play. This is about showcasing kids. Is quickly coming back the other way. Nice job of running the break. Colton Blackham. The pass from Soren Rice. Where's that Reese? Soren Reese. And the loose ball picked up. Here comes Hunter Jackson. Hunter takes the bump and gets the bucket.
Talk about size. Hunter Jackson, again, I've seen him having a very good summer. I like his length. I mean, he kind of has a little bit of a feel of who was the player at Fremont last year? Was their go-to
Hunter
guy?
Hansen.
Yeah. Kind of has that feel to me a little bit.
I think Hunter's back this year, too. 28-19. Yeah. Wonder if I imagine he's coming. I have to look at rosters a little bit closer. It's hard to keep track of this. We've got a lot of teams, a lot of players.
And it's week 1.
Yeah, Fisher. How about this? We have an abbreviated break. We'll be every Tuesday except for tonight. Because we'll be back on Tuesday as Zeke Wilson can't get that tough one to go. Some contact there. But we're back on Tuesday. But they had a volleyball match here on Tuesday, so we couldn't have the building. So we'll be back after a short little break. Also, girls will get starting soon.
Yeah. And this top 50 continues to grow year over year, which is awesome to see. They're always looking for opportunities to help give, high school athletes and extracurricular opportunities to be able to step on a big stage and develop and get good coaching and teaching. And it's awesome to see the growth year over year here with the top 50.
Well, it's always good to have people go the extra mile, like people who are hunting currently and just have an AirPod in as to not disturb the animals as Fisher gets that one to go. Someone, he's even assisting someone. He's glassing the valley for his guy.
It's crafty is what it is.
And he has to give back because there was somebody that glassed the valley for him when he got his deer during the special time where you can get deer during the archery hunt. It's Frankham with the putback.
I bet that guy's name does not sound like D. Litster. It might be too obvious. Dusty L. Dusty L.
Sharpshooter. That was my name on the walkie-talkie. Fisher, junction jumper, stays home. Ball wanted to come out, wouldn't do it. As McConkie come back on, and now we'll have our first break. So 5:25 left in the first half. We'll have our first break. You're watching Season 3 of the Utah Top 50. So 30-28, the lead. Lightning lead the Fury as Zeke Wilson sends that ball back over to Jackson. Here is Frankham. Looks opposite corner. 3 on the way, and good. Man, Reese has been absolutely on fire.
Yeah, but how about the kick out there by Jagger, right? You get in the block. He's tried to go at it a couple times tonight, but recognize, hey, the better play here is probably to skip into the corner. And now the big man forcing the turnover.
Jagger with the steal. Now come back the other way with Jackson. Oh, and Soren Reese had that ball go off his foot. And the ball will go back to the Fury. Brogan Miles brings up front court. Jagger with the hedge. Now on the drive with Malachi Spencer. Sends back out to Miles for 3. Brogan Miles kind of come up with his senior year this year. Always good to see these guys that are going to go in that last year get some look. As we know, we have a lot of college coaches who are going to see this link. We got college coaches that are the head coaches of the Utah Top 50. As Zeke Wilson pulls for 3 and goes. Right?
I thought that. Wow.
The backside of the net's broken. And it is. They didn't whistle. So, yeah, Zeke Wilson for 3.
Well, they did count it, and I was like, but that came off the net so weird. I didn't realize it was.
I watched the pregame, the backside of it. The 3 here won't go.
Well, one of these officials was really confused. The other was all over it. He was very confident in it, but
you didn't get a hand signal either. You just nodded his head. And if he did give the hand signal, I'm going to apologize. But then Hunter Jackson going to pull for 3. No. And the rebound to McConkie.
We are looking through railings, and so sometimes you miss stuff here or there, but
it's true. And then the foul to Wilson, going to put Reese at the line. Or probably Reiser at the line. We talked about Reiser, had that terrific year last year at Copper Hills, a team that we'll have on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll have every game at Copper Hills this year. Is the 3 on the way, back rimmed. That was a quick shot. Come back the other way, and Sua can't get that one, and the rebound to Castagneto. Castagneto on the drive. That was the one swiped away by Malachi Spencer. I'm going to say disappointed. I was hoping to see Hunter Skank here tonight. A lot of fun to watch, but we'll have a long week. Or
a short week between now and then. Oh. Yeah. Week 2 will be right around the corner. Technology.
Closed captioning on my phone. Look at it, hit send. Zeke Wilson Back rims to 3. Rebound to Reese. Sends out to Hunter Jackson. He can't get the 3. Jagger Frankham had that board momentarily. Now Jackson battling on the floor. Jump ball. And possession arrow, I think we'll stay here. We don't have the arrows up.
See it on the board, yeah.
Oh, we're going to go white. So there we go. Tell me, referees they got memories like elephants. Good and bad.
How do they know that an elephant has a good memory? They give it like the old memory card game?
When you got them in a zoo, they heard them when they first get there.
Measure an IQ test.
Did you do it? And then they wait about 15 years. They show it again.
They're like, stop. What is 3 + 2? Stop for the answer. How do you measure that?
That's actually... I just take it. It's science. Inside with McConkey. Well, the Vince's moment coming up here momentarily is Sua. Sends that one out for 3. Short. And the rebound taken by Wilson. Hunter Jackson leaves that one for Castagnetto. Reese gonna pull for 3 at the horn. No. And that's how the first half will end. At the end of the first half, it is the Rockford Lightning 36 and the Fort Wayne Fury 31. You're watching the Utah Top 50 on KSL Sports and the Rewind Sports Network. Coming back from the break, we want to give you the update of Vince Francis. Come on, Vince's moment. Come on, Vince. Why do we? How do we?
I don't have the imaging.
How do we know? How do we know that elephants have?
We don't. It's science, I guess.
So what I heard from a really good source is that elephants are the only animals that mourn their dead. They always go back to the spot where they died to come mourn them. Now, is it annually they do this? Yeah, annually. They'll go back to the spot to mourn their dead. So not only are you learning about the stars of tomorrow and of today from the state of Utah's high school basketball, now you've learned something that you wouldn't even get from watching the National Geographic stuff on another app that has Plus. It's not KSL Plus.
But I've always heard in the mouth of 2 or 3, so I'd really love if we had someone to verify that.
That's biblical. But again, we'll get ready for the second half here. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. Dane, that first half, I mean, we had some guys really start out. Soren Reese. I mean, that was an impressive first half.
Yeah, he looked really good. Thought, really there were a lot of guys on the Lightning that shot the ball really well from the outside. I liked some of the hustle we saw. I thought Simon Sua was really good as well offensively for the Fury. Brogan Miles, I loved his approach tonight. Thought he was aggressive in that first half, looked for opportunities to shoot. Also, try to get the ball moving and get his feet moving as well. So, good kind of week 1 here, first half.
Yeah, and here's Soren. Dropped that ball inside to Frankham. Oh, try to go a little fancy pass there to Okwar, picked off. Come back the other way. Fisher sending that ball in the corner. And this young man had a good first half, too, as Brogan Miles. He shot the ball extremely well as Fisher has that one off the mark, out of bounds off of Comey. Okwar. Out of American Preparatory Academy. Not ALA, that's APA. And I don't know if that's Draper APA.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Not to be confused with American Heritage. Come back the other way is Colton Blackham. So Blackham straight away with Jagger Frankham. And that one off. Soren Reese couldn't get it to go off the contested shot. And there'll be a turnover, and we'll go back with the Fury.
The amazing thing is, we play a little. We play a couple more minutes. There's not as many free throws, not as many fouls, and yet we score more in the top 50.
Ryan?
Like a high school half is 16 minutes, right? Here we play 20, but you're not taking free throws. And yet you
add and ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the free flow play too.
Yeah. As we head to the free throw line. So
1 for 2s. Back rim's a free throw. And nice job of staying alive here. Miles going to drive the baseline, reverse it, and score it. You get the 2 points back.
And that's what I talked about. I've just really loved his decision-making. Been very versatile in the first half. I've liked just the approach he's had, when to drive and when to take the shot and when to pass. And here he is leading the break.
Colton Blackham missed that shot in the other end as Franklin comes out the hedge with Miles. Miles gets a big man to move his feet, give that up to McConkey. Left that one sharp off the window. And now we'll have a frustration foul there to McConkey.
Yeah, McConkey maybe rushed that just a touch. I love the drive there by Miles. Good eyes, great find. And that's one that, as you mentioned, just a little sharp off the window, quick on the trigger there.
Inside, Jagger Frankham.
Jagger showing some versatility. I think a lot of what we saw from him even last year in the top 50 and in the regular season was really kind of back to the basket and working guys in the paint. That time recognizing McConkey's defending him well, so we're going to utilize that speed a little bit on that offensive possession. Good versatility there.
Yeah, but he has the pride of a Patriot flowing through his veins.
Yes, he does. And yet the wingspan of a Riverhawk.
Got them both in there.
Yeah.
His mama is a proud member of the Centennial Patriot family. There's the 3 on the way, and Frankham with 5 points to open up the second half.
And there's no back to the basket on that shot. That's just dead eye from long range.
There's Sua on the drive, jackknife that up and crawl it home. Man, Sua, the development of his game has gotten very, very good.
That's a tough take there. It shows off his athleticism with a little bit of a hang and up and back. Good finish.
Of course, this floor is always important to Westlake. Appeared in the 6A championship game on this floor.
When they lost their best player.
In 2020.
When you think about that run, without Hunter Phillips,
yeah,
that's got to be one of the better postseason runs we've ever seen.
It was a great run. I mean, you just ran into a buzzsaw known as Trujillo. That was insane. And it was back-to-back games. He had like a 3-minute wave where he was on fire like it was NBA Jam.
Well,
Hunter Jackson couldn't get that one to go.
Because even like that game specifically, I mean, I just remember like that Davis team was good, but it was like, can they really do it? They don't have any size. And yet they did.
The 3-ball just equalized the whole floor.
Yeah.
As Fisher fall away, got it.
Speaking of the darts.
Zach Fisher, long family history there. Is that layup come back the other way? Because he was the Fisher, came back from Morgan. I can remember we had the 2 Fishers that weren't related.
One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach Chad Sims. Of course, we'll have the Davis Darts on the Rewind Sports Network too. As Casagneto had the steal, give that back, and now McConkey gets the easy one to go. Nothing to legislate on that one for McConkey.
Well,
put that up off the window.
Speaking of, the nice thing is, you know, Zach can use his jersey here as a practice jersey in darts practice, right? You got the
fancy pass from Wilson in the corner, but Reese couldn't get it to go.
Vegas gold and.
Oh, here comes a take, and missed it. I think caught between, maybe trying to go throw that down. Maybe the ball got tipped.
Yeah.
On the wing with Hunter Jackson.
Carson Smith was running the floor, but couldn't get it to him.
Sua with the board and run out. And Sua couldn't get it. Come back the other way, McConkey. That was a tough one. He didn't have to water die that shot. Got it to go. It's a legal term.
Oh, okay. I'll go talk to my friends at Heidemann Associates.
Tied at 43. If he wants to water die the witness, I'm sure he'll be more than satisfied.
Ah, I gotcha.
As the long range 2, good from Casagneto, and going to get some substitutions as Frankham and Reese will come off the floor.
That's one of my favorites, by the way.
Apparently in the legal community, my cousin Vinny is like one of the most accurate legal movies.
Really?
Yeah. I just learned this. I got sucked in some YouTube videos.
How about that?
I love that movie.
Kind of like Major League with baseball,
Absolutely.
Right?
1, not 2. 1. It set up all the corner. Sewell can't get that one to go. 3 doesn't exist, just like Godfather 3. Send that ball. Okwara, pump the 3, now drive the lane. Oh, he missed the dunk. He was seeing the highlight go out on KSL Sports Rewind's Instagram today.
That would have been impressive. Had some great lift on it.
It almost got the old and one, oh baby, out of me. Hunter Jackson, short on the 3. Sometimes you guys forget that we're not pulling from the high school 3-point line here at Salt Community College.
And I thought he might have taken his eye off it just late, looking for maybe a pass.
I don't even look past her. He was like, want to make sure he's behind the lines.
Yeah.
But homie, you're still beyond the 3-point line. I'm glad you noticed that too, because I saw that. Tom looked down as Reese. Sorry, scoreboard operator. Intern Preston's back on probationary state after being in trouble for what he did to our picks video last week. As Zeke Wilson hits his second 3. My oldest friend's nephew knocks down the 3.
Good for him. I know that was one where I was like, hey, I'm excited to see Carbon on here, and was excited to see, if the old glory of Dusty's alma mater could shine, and it has been.
And there's the dunk. He gets it back.
The old two-hander that time.
Yeah, not messing around. I love this flash. Carbon, and you get, essentially my family.
Yeah.
I know let people in. The Wilson family is my family. So I say oldest friend. Kyle's really my brother. Call my kids call him Uncle Kyle, and they don't call Uncle Zach, Zeke's dad, but as that ball is tipped around, come back the other way. Okwara lobs that one up, couldn't get it to go. Now loose ball picked up by Brogan Miles. Transition 3 from Brogan, got it. And a timeout taken. Brogan Miles.
Yeah, it continues his impressive night. I thought that might have been a little bit of a forced shot, but no, able to hit it. And that's one where at the varsity level, you better make that shot, because if you don't, you're going to get a break
right
in the after whistle.
Depending on who your coach is nowadays. I mean, you go play for Jason Workman. I've heard he's a coach at Murray. You remember Jason Workman?
Yeah. I mean, the name sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've ever met the guy.
Only see him at the state tournament, but that he wouldn't have gotten so mad at that one. I hope he shows up for this thing, or he's watching. As I come back the other way, Fisher makes it a 2-point game. It's funny. I had someone ask me today. We were telling them, hey, I was come to these games. Like, was it competitive? I was like, these dudes get up and down the floor. It's kind of demanded of it. As you're seeing the effort. As Reiser goes baseline, got stuck in the air and throws that one away. Part of it is that they chose to come, number 1. Number 2, they're coached by college coaches. Number 3, they're told how many college coaches are on the email list for the links.
Amazing what that does, huh?
Yeah. 4, you want to be part of our post analysis. 5, you want to be put on our Instagram and Twitter handles.
And 6, an opportunity to go against someone other than the same 10 guys in practice.
And 7, you want Dusty and Dane know who you are going into the high school basketball season.
I mean, the reasons are really
That's
numerous.
a lot of reasons that you want this to be known. So when KSL Sports Rewind starts the basketball coverage, we already know who you are.
That's right. Plus, you get to go play in a big venue.
Well, and then the finishing touch is at the last
The big
week,
venue.
You'll go play at the Delta Center.
Yeah. It was so fun last year.
It was a blast. The fun part was to see how excited the kids were about it, too. As the 3 is good, and the lead, the Fury, they have tied it up. They've taken the lead momentarily before. 53-52.
That was an aspect of Zach's game last year. He had that outside ability, but you wondered if he could really refine that and make that more consistent. Boy, it'd make him a really dynamic athlete. And how about the quick response?
Colton Blackham, that was a tough shot. Thought he was going to get an and one, but it's 54-53. As the 3 won't go. Okwara lost it off the hand of Hunter Jackson, and thought he'd had that one. Just like my kids think that they might be able to stay up late, but it is nearly bedtime for Detmer and Staley, and Reagan and McKinley better be nice to mom. Back-to-back nights of us being away from home. Be helpers. As the 3 on the way won't go. And the backside board to Sua.
Of course, you can tell he's serious by the look on his face, kids. So, yep.
They know Dad doesn't laugh, doesn't tell jokes. Straight up top on the drive with riser and
There you
beautiful take
go.
by Isaiah.
He's so quick on that shot. I mean, he's not the biggest player on the floor, but his quickness, and I don't mean just like with his feet, but that quick shot, it's really hard to read and block. And
well, the crazy
good
thing
ball
is, if
player.
you show his cousins, it's the exact same game. It's amazing. The jackknife shot won't drop there from Castagneto. Come back the other way. Fisher has his pocket picked. Blackham sends it ahead, and Castagneto gets the 2 back. He's like Jerry Seinfeld. It always evens out for him.
In fact, he wasn't even disappointed when that steal happened because he's like, oh, let's get it back.
Well, remember, he missed the free throw, the 1 for 2. Missed the free throw, got his board, came back, and got the bucket. Ask if he has $20 on him. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. You watch it. So 7:54 as they corrected the clock after the timeout. So that's where our clock will sit for a second. We get it resynced up. As the 3 from Fisher goes out of bounds. But a 1-point ball game. Come back the other way, and Castagneto has that one swatted away by Malachi Spencer. Excited to see Malachi in Region 1 play. Because we'll do the Davis game, so we'll get to see him at least twice. At minimum. And see what that Weber team looks like. They've been so big for years.
Yeah.
Maybe underperformed
Something
a little bit.
in the water up there, right? They're all 6'6" and taller.
I mean, some would even say the two-sport athlete Maggie Mendelson, is from the same area, from Pleasant View.
We're gonna take a detour off of that conversation. Not ready for
She
that
declared in 9th grade. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Come back the other way, and Castagneto lays that one up and in.
Continues to push it, run the floor. We've seen a couple leak outs that Castagneto's been able to take advantage of.
Fisher, fall away. Got it. Man, Zach Fisher. And that one goes as well.
That would have been a high school 3 for Castagneto.
They're only counting it too, so yeah. So never mind. Get behind that stripe, kids.
Well, it was inside the blue.
I know. As I was saying, they're not going to go to high school. Yeah. They're going with the floor. Couldn't get that one to go. And ball picked up by Frankham. Frankham to Castagneto. Quickly over to Wilson. That was tugged just a little bit off his hand. He saw it from the angle. Come back the other way. Going to go reverse and score it. Sua with another bucket.
Yeah, it continues with his penetration, getting into the lane, near the rim, high percentage finish.
And Fisher with the rebound off the missed 3. Come back quickly, and Fisher gives a 2-point lead to the Fury.
They've been trailing most of the night. How about Zach dialing up a big-time 3?
Memory serves us their largest lead as Zeke Wilson misses on the triple. Frankham had the board for a moment, poked out of bounds by Brogan Miles. Will stay here.
He's got good airtime on that 3.
He did. So, you got to spread those fingers and pop the wrists. Get the ball rotation. As you learned on the basketball documentary Above the Rim. As the free throw, or probably a little push shot has not dropped for Reese. Been a quiet second half after that terrific first half for Reese. Fisher inside out to Spencer. Malachi sends out for 3. No. And the rebound goes out of bounds.
Actually, I think that was Carson Smith, 39, not 38. We got to have a talk with the organizers here. They got 36, 38, and 39 all on the same team. Come on, guys. Like, these are aging eyes up here, huh?
Let's spread the numbers out. Oh. Is hanging on a pivot. No, would not go.
That's a good look for Blackham.
Ball needs to be nice. Like my kids need to be nice to each other as we get ready to go to bed tonight. Chop that ball inside to McConkey. Couldn't get the reverse to go.
Got family here. Hopefully family on the stream as well.
Grandma McConkey enjoying it. Or Grandma of McConkey, if it's maternal grandma. As that one goes, and the largest lead now for the Fury, 4 points with, we're coming down to the final moments here, 3:35 left in the night.
And that's Brogan continuing with that decision-making, when to pull the J, when to drive, and it's a nice finish there. Jagger trying to get the answer, and there is McConkey.
Jagger thought he was going to get a whistle, did not.
Just give it a month and a half, and you'll get that call. Give it a month and a half.
Depending on who the ref is down there. And if you're playing in Cache Valley or not.
Yeah, there's the reference. I knew it was coming. We're not even in the season yet, and Dusty's already lining them up.
Well, they'd have to fall down to get a Region 1 foul, so. I don't get out the games as much. I'm in studios. Very inclement weather. It's freezing in there at times.
It's a cool 69. I mean, I don't know how you handle it.
Jackets and sweaters, man. So I don't get a chance to go after officials. There's Frankham. Nice job by McConkey recovering on that one. That ball goes off of Jagger.
When you can see that length of McConkey. I mean, he had the block of possession to go, but even that time he's horizontal. And Jagger, you just can't get that same setup. You're trying to reach around that. It's a tough finish and just left it short.
So Carson Smith comes off the floor. Hunter Jackson comes on, along with Comey Okwar. Inside Miles.
Wow.
Man, that was a tough one to go. It's now a 6-point lead.
He gets that edge and the quick burst, able to get around that top line defense. And then, I mean, uncustomary floater, but able to get it off the glass and good.
Just float it as Frankham can't get it. McConkey's defense has gotten to Jagger a little bit. Jagger with a frustration foul. The ball will go back down the floor with the Fury.
Well, I think Jagger had that clean initially, but I think a late follow-through as he was going to the floor to get that was what the call was.
Now, regular timing rules inside of 2 minutes. Our clock is frozen in the building, too, at 1:44. And the three in the corner from Sua.
And talk about Sua, he's driven the ball well today, but how about that? And Dusty, this has been a big old run put on here by the Furies. It's a 9-point lead.
Try to lob it into Frankham. That ball poked away. Look the other way with Sua. Gives that one up to Reiser, and Reiser can't get that one to go. It'll put Isaiah at the line. It's around a minute and a half left in this one. Triple header tonight. Coming up next is the Indiana Alley Cats against the Idaho Stampede.
Yeah, taking on the pride of Roberto Bergeson.
If Dane starts saying we, you all now know why.
I will never say we. Just so you know, I was not a Stampeder. Probably because it was a place for old Broncos to go continue to play basketball. So
none of us appreciate that.
Get it? Get it?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a rough childhood.
NFL or college. This is Maddox Madsen. There's the three on the way from Hunter Jackson. No. Ball tipped around, taken. And now quickly ahead. Sua settles his feet. Won't go. Rebound to Castagnetto.
Boy, sometimes that set shot is more challenging than the rhythm shot, right?
Yeah. You see the defense of McConkey. Gotten a little bit to Jagger. That one's short. Come back the other way. Three on the way. No. And the rebound and run out here to Hunter Jackson.
Got to get points quickly, running out of time in this one.
Yeah, nice take there by Jackson.
There's the defense.
We're going to sync up our clock here, 32 seconds.
So you want to talk about how to execute basketball? I mean, I think it was 6-8 point deficit.
Yeah.
And you just hang around long enough and put yourself in a position to make a late charge. Gotta love what you've seen here in this first game of the top 50 from the Fury.
And remember, we're saying we're going to finish the top 50 at the Delta Center, but top two teams played for the top 50 championship.
Yeah.
There'll still be a triple header that night. So whether or not you're just playing for the opportunity to play the Delta Center or opportunity to claim the top 50 championship. A little bit different. As the three will not fall for Reese. As we go inside of 20 seconds left, here's McConkey. Going to back things out. Sua, he wanted to pull on it. But that is going to do it for tonight. A come from behind win for the Fort Wayne Fury. The final score 73-62. Dane, some thoughts, and we'll pick a Heineman Associates Player of the Game.
Well, love the stick-to-itiveness from the Fury. Never let this game get too far out. You figure they have this win in week 1 without Brody Kozlowski, and you think of guys like Zach Fisher, the way that he played tonight. George McConkey defensively in the post I thought was really strong. Brogan Miles, he's my player of the game. I thought what he brought, his decision-making on the floor, the field general, executed extremely well. Had a good night scoring as well. Brogan Miles, my player of the game.
Yeah, terrific pick there. And again, that was our Utah Top 50 Player of the Game. Again, our final score, the Fort Wayne Fury 73 and the Rockford Lightning 62. Game 2 of tonight coming up next is Indiana Alley-Cats versus Idaho Stampede. For Vince Francis, Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching the Utah Top 50.